Hey everybody, Phil Rivers here, and just going live to talk about what the Second Amendment means to me. Uh, Adam Jimenez, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right, has a video out there, and it's a hashtag 2A challenge, and it's basically he wants to know what the Second Amendment means to you, and I uh, I just wanted to do that real quick. We got check the side channel or the side panel here. Rupin RX, JH586, Fred Knott, Budget Gun Cinema, Eagle Eye Shooting. How y'all doing? Glad to see you out in the side chat. Like I said, I just want to do a real quick VR for Adam. I think, yeah, I put the links down below for his channel and a couple other channels. Go check him out. Basically, the Second Amendment is a guarantee for the people to uh, keep and bear arms, and it's not in case the deer rise up. Jet001, how you doing? Just in time prepping. So to me, it was for a tyrannical government, along with self-protection from criminals and other people that would do you harm. So I saw the original video I saw was from Ghost Tactical, so a lot of people know who he is, and he put a link to Adam's uh, channel and his video, and I watched that, and he basically is challenging everybody in the 2A community. He only has one video up. He has what I write down here. I think he has 87 subscribers right now. So if you can, go check him out. His links in the description down below, and just go check his channel out. Check out his one video. He only has one for now, but give him some feedback on it. Subscribe to him. Tell him I sent you, and just let him know that you saw his video. West Coven and a Dodge. How you doing? Or West Covina, I guess it is Dodge. I'm not sure how you say that, but anyway, how you doing? Um, but his thing was his question to everybody, or his, I guess he's looking for VRs or whatever, but he wants to know what the Second Amendment means to you, and that's basically what it means to me. Hey, Chico Wise, how you doing? And it is that it's there for self-protection, it's there for militia, but most of all, it's there to keep the government at bay. Michael Science, how you doing? If you have a tyrannical government, they're a lot less likely to be tyrannical if you have uh, guns or a way to defend yourself. So uh, that's just my point of view. Take it for what it's worth. But, you know, many moons ago, I swore an oath to uphold the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I still hold myself to that oath. And I seem to think that more than likely it's going to be domestic than it's going to be foreign now. Uh, yeah, it's. I don't see the United States falling from outside sources, from an invading army. I see it more from an interior, an inside job. You know. Hey, Adam, I was just talking about you, and this is one of the reasons why I decided to do this live chat. I was going to do a video, but I figured I'd just go live and tell you what it means to me, the Second Amendment. And like I said, it's to keep the government at bay if it ever becomes tyrannical, and if it ever becomes that point where we need to take the government back or to take the country back, because the the citizenry of the country is supposed to run the country, not the politicians. And the the militaries and everybody else, the law enforcement and the public servants, have all sworn oaths to support the Constitution. And if they're not doing that, then they need to be ousted and vote them out, or whatever means need to be taken if that comes to that. So that's just my thoughts on the Second Amendment. And I'm gonna go ahead and do some shout outs here. Uh, Christian Grest, I think his name is. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but he's got 68 subscribers. Go check him out. And the Thoughts of an Old Soldier, he's got 113. So go check them out. They're all linked down below, and so go check him out. So the side chat's going pretty well. So I'm gonna send out a couple links here. I think if I can find my mail. I saw Jet out there and Josh. So, but Yankees chat. Well, anything I can do to pull you away from Yankee. So, Adam, I'm glad to help you. Glad to support you. I think you have a great question that a lot of people in the 2A community can answer. They all have uh, their own answers. Hisa, how you doing? And it's just, you know, that's my take on it. I believe that the oath taken years ago still stands today. That, you uphold the Constitution, not necessarily the unlawful laws that somebody passes. So, and I'm just hoping that the Supreme Court will uphold the law of the land, but there's no guarantees of that. Oh, that's right, Josh. I forgot you watch Yankee. Yeah, I haven't watched him for a while. So heard a beep. I don't know whether someone's coming in or what. Huh. Gun-toting pacifist. How you doing? Yeah, that's what probably should change that. I probably should have put the 2A challenge in the. Oh, it did come up. I wasn't sure how that worked. How you got the little lettering in there with the hashtag. So that's cool. Still learning. So I don't know what's beeping in my ear here. I think I got a message from Uncle Jim. So Chico Wise. Yeah, if where's okay. Adam, yeah. Like I said, if you don't know Adam, he's in the side chat. So if you go right over to the side chat there, you can hold it on the dots, and you can go to his channel, or he's down below in the description box. I got his channel there, so go check him out. And like I said, let him know you saw this and you support the 2A challenge. And if you make videos, go ahead and make your own video on it too. Be interesting to hear what everybody has to say. I've only seen 2 so far, other than mine. So go go make a video for him. And oh, hi Desert Pioneer, how you doing? Didn't see you sneak in there. So, but yeah, just a quick live to support the 2A challenge. And it looks like I'm having trouble with my internet right now. So go check out the channels I have listed down in the description below, and show them some support. Let them know I sent you over. But I didn't know if anybody's else jumping in now. Yeah, Michael Fines, 2A strong all day long. That's a nice slogan. I think that was Gorillas and Guns that came up with it. What am I drinking? This is Forêt Noir. So a friend of mine from work picked it up for me and gave it to me for giving him a ride to get his car picked up. Josh, how you doing, buddy?
Am I late?
Ah, never late.
I didn't know if you're already wrapping it up. I just tuned in just a second ago.
No, I figured I threw a link out there to you and Jet, and so I had you guys queued up. But I figured you'd probably have a good point of view for a 2A challenge too. Get
Oh
your
yeah,
take on
yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, I mean, mine's just pretty simple. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera all set up and get this other thing going. No, I'm pretty simple about it. I just think whatever the military can have, we can have, and just that simple. I mean, it's just as simple as that, you know. I mean, if we're going to be able to protect ourselves, if we're going to be able to defend ourselves, we need everything that the military has for the most part, you know.
Yeah.
We need to be able to have access to all that stuff to
I
defend
agree with
ourselves
that.
from a tyrannical nation or a tyrannical government if that were to ever happen, or
Right.
if it happened more than it already is happening.
Yeah. And that's like I get a lot of people say, "Well, what do you need semi-automatic rifles for?" Actually, they say automatic guns because they don't know any better. And I say, first of all, it's not automatic; it's semi-automatic. And second of all, I think that we do need automatic weapons because the fact that if the military has them, why shouldn't we? And they 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 kind of took that away from us in '38, I think it was. So with the
Yeah, it
all
was
the
pretty early.
gangster shootings and stuff, they didn't want the oh the Tommy gun was the big one that they used. So they took that away from us, and so I just think that that was crazy. And
But I mean,
I think we should have anything access to anything that the military has. And, oh, what about tanks and stuff? Hey, if you can afford it, why not?
yeah, people ask me that. I'm like, why shouldn't we? Like, I mean, I don't think people understand. I think that they think that the Second Amendment is just about self-defense, for the most part. I mean,
Or hunting.
yeah, I mean, that's. I mean, that's really not even a part. I mean, it kind of is, but it's really not even. It's not even the real point of the Second Amendment. I mean, self-defense and hunting and all that, and sport shooting, all that. That's not really the point of it. You know, the point of it is to be able to, you know. But hold on, I keep trying to pull up your chat on my other phone to see the side chat, and it keeps coming off. But anyways, sorry, I'm so unorganized tonight.
It's all
But
right.
yeah, we're Silverback's doing his first live chat tomorrow night. So
Yeah, I saw that, and I won't be able to catch it live because I'll be at a gun bash. So I'll be there trying to win a gun or two. So we'll see what happens.
High Desert Pioneer says the problem is the standing army, and I don't think that they are the problem. I mean, I think our military would mostly, for the most part, be on our side. I've met so many people that are in the military or have served in the military that are serious about it, and when you talk to them about it, they have a pretty good understanding about the oath that they took, and I mean, they're in my opinion, they're mostly on our side. I think they're mostly on our side. I
I
think,
agree with that.
yeah, I mean, they are trained, and this is a part of them. Being a patriot is part of of
Right.
what they are.
Yeah.
Whereas on the other, like law enforcement, on the other hand, that's kind of like that's a job, and it's
Yeah.
like if anybody got a job or whatever, it doesn't mean that they know everything or that they've had those values embedded into them the way the military does. Law
Right.
enforcement's a different deal. It's just you're taking if you go talk to any citizen on the streets and you ask them what they feel about the Constitution and all that stuff, I mean, it's basically going to be somewhat close to the way a cop feels. It's just a
Right.
person with a job. Military is completely different. There's a different standard for those people. It's like I said, it's embedded. It's a value to them. But
Yeah, I think that too, because I think most of the people in the military can think for themselves, and they they will not uh, follow an order that's unlawful. I like to think that anyway, and I may be wrong, but I like to say that the people in 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 the armed services are are smarter than the average bear, and they would defend the Constitution. So, but like I said, I might be wrong, but that's my belief anyway.
oh, you're definitely. I mean, my little brother, he's in the Air Force, and he can't tell me what he does because I guess it's one of those things. But anyways, before he went in, like he was like a video gamer. He had like pretty much no sense of anything that had to do with patriotism, really. And coming back and seeing him, after a couple of years of being in the Air Force and everything, I mean, we started talking with someone else about, how someone got locked up in England because they taught their pug how to do the Heil Hitler crap, and they locked him up in England. And someone was saying, oh, well, they should be able to lock them up for that. I'm like, as much as I don't like that, you shouldn't be able to lock someone up because they did something stupid like that. And
Yeah,
and my brother was like, and me and my brother were just like, right there with each other on rights and everything like that. Like he was like right on it, and he was never like that before he got in the military. He didn't have that kind of thought process to understand. But now he's just like he's diehard patriot and all about American values, and I think the military really does do that. I really
yeah,
think that our I think that the military is on our side, and for people to think that there's going to be like, if there was ever a situation where the government tried to take over or whatever, that the military would turn on the people, I completely doubt that. I completely doubt that. I think at least 80-90% of them would be on the people's side. I think they're good people.
yeah. And uh, I think the fact that the military doesn't get credit enough for being smart and and being self-aware that there are orders out there that aren't lawful. And that's the thing. There's a difference between lawful orders and unlawful orders, and I think a lot of the guys understand that. Yeah, Mario, he says we are for the American people, and I definitely agree with that. I think the military is behind the people, and I think they would defend the Constitution more than the politicians' decrees. So Mario, if you want a link, shoot me an email there at philmriver69@gmail.com.
Yeah, get
I'll get
Mario in
going.
here. We need to get Battle Bean in here. Hey.
Hey, what's up? So, yeah, because I would love to hear his perspective too. Because, like I said, this is a good challenge by Adam, and I don't want to mispronounce his name again, but his link is down in the description, and
It's
go check him
pronounced
out.
it's pronounced Adam Jimenez.
Jimenez.
Yeah, that's how we pronounce it, Jimenez.
Okay. So
it's Jimenez, but we call him Jimenez.
okay, Jimenez.
Yeah, we turned him into a Greek guy.
But go check out his challenge he's got going there, and like I said, I'm trying to get Mario in here, get his perspective too, because I just watched his rant about the Congresswoman, AOK or whatever heck her name, AOC or whatever heck you know who I mean.
Yeah.
I just watched that today, and I thought that was a nice rant because she was talking about the VA, and she has absolutely no idea what's going on. So,
Yeah, I need to catch up, man. I'm so behind on people's videos. Sounds like an Italian hitman. Michael Signs.
yeah.
Oh man, Big J put out a video. It's
Uh-oh.
gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. Go check out the Big Johnson video whenever y'all are done with this, because it's gonna be funny.
I didn't get the notification yet. Oh, oh, there it is. Sticker book. Okay. I will definitely check it out once I get off of here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I cannot find a silent place in my damn house. My wife is going to freaking California tomorrow. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why would you go to that state, like, willingly? So everything's like, blow dryers are going off inside. The dryers are going off in the garage. Like, it's chaos around here. So I can't find a quiet spot. So sorry if it's loud.
I don't know. I think California's a nice place to visit. I just don't want to be living there.
I just,
Uh,
I won't go anywhere where I can't carry my gun. I mean, it's just, I have to have my gun on me all the time. It's just the way I am. So I could not go to a state where I couldn't carry. The only way she got me to go to Vegas is because I could have a gun there, And you remember we talked about that on a live chat a while back, and I was talking about how I was worried about concealing my firearm when I went into casinos just in case they had metal detectors and all that crap.
yeah.
They didn't have nothing, man. There was security everywhere, but there was no metal detectors whatsoever. Nobody with wands, nothing. No matter where we went, there was no metal detectors. It
Yeah.
was just like you could just carry a gun anywhere. It's no big deal. Casinos, wherever.
Yeah, I think as long as it's concealed, they don't say anything. If you
Yeah.
open carry, that'd probably be a different story.
Well, see, the thing that got, because I'm used to being here in Texas, if you go into a bar, it doesn't matter if you're drinking or not. If more than 51% of their sales is alcohol that you're consuming on the premises, then it's a 51% area, designated area. Any bar or bar and grill that serves 51% alcohol, concerts, whatever you name it, if it's 51% and you have a firearm on you, automatic felony. Automatic
Ooh.
felony. So,
Wow.
so going into casinos and bars and being able to carry a firearm and it not being illegal in Nevada and Las Vegas, that was a trip to me, man, because I've never been able to do that before.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good policy not to carry into a bar. But
Yeah, but if you're not going to be drinking, I mean,
well, yeah.
I mean, designated driver and whatnot. You know, and there's a lot of
Right.
time there's a lot of concerts at bars here. Like there's outdoor bars here, and they have big concerts. You know, Aaron Lewis and people like that come and play, and I'll go and I won't even drink. I'll just go and be the designated driver. But damn, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry. Big Dave was calling me. Um, but but yeah, it's like I want to go to those concerts and see that stuff, and I'm not drinking or anything, so why can't I carry a gun, you know? But
Yeah.
even the bouncers, the people that work there, nobody, the security, they can't even have firearms in the
Oh
bars.
wow,
Yeah, it's that strict in Texas at bars.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Because that's one thing I stated before in different videos and live chats is that you gotta ban gun-free zones, and I don't care if it's a bar or a school, you gotta ban gun-free zones.
exactly. Hey,
So,
Mario said he sent you an email, so
oh,
I
I got
think
it.
he's
There we go. Okay, let me reply to him. Okay, Mario, there you go. We'll get you in here.
I'm gonna try to message Big Johnson while I'm on here with y'all. See if that's possible.
See if Mario got the link. Bring him up in here. Mario, where are you? Yeah, so we're gonna trying to get Mario in the chat here, get his perspective on the 2A challenge. See what he says.
Am I still on?
Yeah, you're still there.
Okay, there. Okay, sorry. I was texting while I was on this live chat. I was texting Big Johnson back to tell him I was on the live chat, and I didn't know if I didn't know if it was gonna kick me off while I was. Hey.
Hey,
Hi.
what's
What's
up,
going on,
Mario?
people? Why can I not hear you guys? What the fuck's going on? Let me refresh. I don't know what the fuck happened. Hold on a second.
Uh
He saw me. He was like, "Fuck this."
oh. Yeah, he's calling you the wife beater.
Okay, here we go. I'm here. What's going on, guys?
How you doing,
What's up,
Mario?
Mario?
Oh man, I was enjoying the chat and I heard you guys talking about my people, so I figured I'd chime in, see what's up.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear your perspective on the hashtag 2A challenge, which basically is what is what what you think the Second Amendment means, and what your perspective of it is, because you're active duty, and
Well, to
I
me, it's really to keep the government in check. Is to keep tyrannical powers from taking over the country. Uh, honestly, I um, I admire the founders of this country because these people were way ahead of their time, man. They kind of seemed to me like they had a sense of what would happen. I think the biggest problem that we have in the world is greed. People have an issue with greed. They're power hungry, and and sometimes checks and balances are needed in order for that to remain the same. Is our system perfect by any means? No, but I can guarantee you that it's a lot better than most other countries. The reason why the Second Amendment is really the second one that was mentioned as they started producing the Constitution is that I feel that they knew that eventually, as country would progress, we were gonna have liberals, we were gonna have communists, we were gonna have all these other types of people that would eventually want to change the values of this country. And I think that's the reason why the Second Amendment is so important, because it maintains the values of this country in many ways, and it gives the the power to the people and not to the government.
Yep, that's well put. I agree with you 100%. It's I don't think it's not the right to go shooting, not the right to go hunting. It's the right to protect yourself and your country from all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Right,
And
and I think it's also been a great deterrent from other countries trying to invade the United States.
definitely, you look at
You
Japan
know,
in World War II, they said
exactly.
it'd be a
And I
rifle
mean,
behind every blade of grass.
you stop and think about it. Switzerland, which is the country with the second most guns in the world per capita,
Yeah.
they've never been invaded, and every other Scandinavian country in World War II was invaded except them. So I
Yep.
mean, I think it goes to show that an armed society is it's a much better society in the long run because you're able to maintain what's going on within the country. At least that's my train of thought. I mean, obviously, the issues that we have going on in our country with mass shootings and these lone wolf type of attackers that are using, for instance, our beloved AR-15s and using them against the people, and then trying to use those against us. It's kind of yeah, it's that can actually create a civil war, man, because you stop and think about it, how Americans value their freedom, they value their guns. To them is like you're messing with their children, man. I mean, a lot of us feel that way.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
I know. Josh feels that same way about his damn CZ. You know,
I mean,
yeah.
and I've been thinking about this lately because so many people, they talk about when's it time to fight, when's it time to do something, and I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and I've been thinking about like the Battle of Athens when they actually did stand up and fight the local government over the
Right,
corrupted sheriff's department because
right,
they were
and
basically taking their votes and throwing them. They're taking their votes to a private place at the ballot boxes and not counting it in front of people and not being, held accountable for what they were doing, and they were being corrupted. And at that point, they said, "No, this is enough." That's whenever they started firing shots at the sheriff's department on the deputies and whatnot. And so that kind of makes me. I was kind of thinking about that the last couple days, and I was like, a lot of us, it's like they're gonna they're gonna take this right away. They're gonna take away little parts of the Second Amendment, but I think it's gonna come down to the point
I
where
honestly think that the words "shall not be infringed" are definitely deep
yeah,
in the culture of our society, and if you try to uh, do anything or try to get away from that aspect of it, I think you can and will create a civil war. Um, and a lot of people think that sometimes I overreact, but in reality, man, I know I kind of been saying this for quite some time, and that is you keep poking the bear, the bear's gonna get pissed. It's just gonna fucking swipe you and kill you, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. You know, and you guys were talking about the military and whether we would ever disarm our own people. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had this talk a long time ago with many of my soldiers. This is actually when Obama was in office, and I mean, I'm serious, man. We had some deep thought conversations, and we all agreed that we would never disarm our own people because, in reality, that is not, what we signed up for. If you guys ever noticed, when we raise our right hand and we do our oath, the first thing that we talk about is that we will protect the Constitution. And everything else, it talks about the president of the United States and all this other stuff, officers and appointed over me and all that stuff. But the first thing that it talks about, what is it that you're going to protect? And that is the Constitution. So to me, if we would ever do anything to take the constitutional rights of our people, then in reality, we would be violating that oath. And I think there were some things that you said about your brother and the way he looks at things now compared to how it was now. Once you're in the military, man, it becomes a different perspective on things because you are now like the keeper of the Constitution, and it becomes a really big responsibility for a lot of us. They basically just sit you down and they tell you, look, you guys have a bigger responsibility than you thought. You're at that time maybe 17, 18, or 19 years old, going into basic training, and then you're being told you're going to have a responsibility that's bigger than you, and it's your job to ensure you value it and you trust it. And it's always been embedded that way with us. That's why to us it's like the American flag, man. It's everything to us.
Yeah.
Exactly. You see a lot of our guys that put these little stickers. You stomp my flag, I'll stomp your ass.
It's true.
And that's unreal, man. I see anybody even trying to desecrate the American flag, I'll beat your ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even if that means I'm getting my ass kicked, I don't care. But to me, it's like an insult to my soldiers that had that flag draped over their body that I lost in Iraq.
Exactly.
To me, it's a lot of those things, and so it's a big deal to me. I love my flag. I always have a flag outside of my house. It's always lit at night, and it's fucking sad because I'm the only house in my whole fucking block that displays an American flag. It's fucking sad. And I live in the United States of America, and I can't believe many people have forgotten what it's like to be American. It seems to me like some people are only American when we're fucking war, and that's fucking sad. It really is.
Yep.
And I really wish that people would just love their flag, man. You have no idea how good you fucking have it. I've been to countries where people have nothing, not a fucking thing, and they love their fucking flag like there's no tomorrow. And we have fucking everything, guys. We have more than any other country, than most citizens in other countries have. And people can't do something as simple as display a flag in their house.
Yeah, I swear, dude, like every time I go to any event or anything like that, and they do the pledge and they do the Star Spangled Banner, when they do the Star Spangled Banner, I swear to God, dude, I have to like fight tears from coming out. Like I start shaking.
Believe
the
me,
adrenaline,
man,
like it just, I'm not even like that shit gets to me like deep. I don't know why, it just hits me every time. And it's like, how can people not be so freaking proud? So proud of this country. I know shit's going on, and we got communists trying to take, or socialists, whatever you want to call them, trying to take over and all that shit. But still, we are just so damn lucky. And luckily, at my daughter's little school function yesterday, they did the Pledge of Allegiance. They had ROTC come up there, Pledge of Allegiance, Star Spangled Banner, and they did a prayer before her. She was in the National Junior Honor Society, but they did all that at a school function, prayers, everything. And I was like, I didn't know they did that in school anymore. Like that gave me some hope that there's something still going on in
But
some
yeah,
place, you know.
and it's great. I love that, but unfortunately, you're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's not like that in everywhere else. Now
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Now I'll be honest with you. You guys talk a lot of crap about California, but the middle of the state of California, it's all farmers and it's all Republican. If you
Oh
ever
yeah.
looked at the actual voting map of California, the middle of the state, which is the San Joaquin Valley, it's all ranchers, it's all farmers, it's all blue collar people. We all voted for Trump. Every one of us did. There was 89% who voted in my county for Trump. So as liberal as it is, the thing that happens is that the big cities outnumber us. And that's the
Right.
Yeah.
problem, the population. You know,
I mean, I
you
got
got
a lot
San
of
Diego,
votes in
you got
California.
you got
That's
San Diego, you got LA, you got the coast, you got the Bay Area, and they have drones and drones of people where, you know, there's less of us in the central counties. But um, yeah, guys, honestly, I don't think you guys ever need to worry about the military ever coming after your guns because we're
yeah.
not that stupid. First of all, we're going to get shot. All right. And in many cases, some of you guys can outnumber or be just as fucking lethal as the military can. Yeah, I may have a machine gun, but I guarantee you there's a lot of fucking good old boys with fucking semi-automatics that'll fuck me up pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to put the lives of my soldiers in danger for that. For nobody, not even a president. I'm not going to do it, guys. You know, my thing is my soldiers are my responsibility. You know, and like I tell you, I pledge an oath to the Constitution, and I love my country, and I would never do anything to uh to ever betray it. You know,
Right.
I don't give a shit how much money you put at me. Because believe me, I've been in the military all this time. I didn't do it for fucking money. I could have made a lot
Obviously.
more fucking money being a contractor, you know,
Yeah.
but I didn't go that route.
Yeah. The military is not a place to go for money. Yeah.
It's not for money, man. It's
No,
for
it is
pride,
not.
bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I used to fucking play GI Joes when I was a little kid, and I used to be like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking join the army, and that's what I did, you know, and I'm very proud of being able to serve my country and being able to serve all you guys, you know, because like I was telling you guys on that rant video about Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, I was
Yeah.
you know, really talking about how stupid these socialists are and their way of thinking. And I'm glad that we still have a lot of people out there um, that still you know, have a good sense of understanding of our country. And you know, to be honest with you guys, I really do think that there's a lot of silent masses out there that aren't saying shit. You know, they're not wearing the red MAGA hats. They're not doing it. They do their fucking, they're talking in the voting booth. And I think that's what's going to happen in 2020.
I
You
sure
got
hope so.
every fucking Democrat. It seems to me like every semi fucking famous Democrat is throwing their fucking hat into the
Yeah.
presidential election. I have never ever seen that shit before. These people, the Democrats, are fucking scared. They do not want 8 fucking years of Trump, and they're going to do
Yeah.
anything and everything. And I'm looking forward to that because I want to see what the Trump throws, man. Because that boy can throw some shit right back at people. I laugh my ass off every time I go in here and I watch and I look at Twitter. I laugh my motherfucking ass off because the president is fucking hilarious, man. He doesn't give a shit, and I
Exactly.
love that about him.
Have you ever gotten in a fight with someone that's just like really annoying and they just piss you off, and you get in a fight with them and they just keep pissing you off more and more, and they kind of get the best of you? Have you ever been in a fight like that? Because that's what I picture going. That's what I picture going against Trump would be like if you were fighting him in an election. He would just piss you off, and you just keep going
Well,
after him, getting more and more
actually,
mad, and he's just sitting there, just being
I
being an
watched
annoying bastard, and just.
I watched a documentary on Trump, and Trump was actually somebody who was very incorrigible. He was a fucking pain in the ass, and he ended up having his parents ended up having a military academy because he was so fucking pain in the ass, and he loved it because it brought him structure. You know, it brought him something that he didn't have before, and he was actually pretty fucking good at it. And I think that's the reason why he's such a fucking bulldog in everything he does. And he's relentless, not fucking give up. He will prove you fucking wrong, even though he's wrong. He'll still make it seem like he's right. That's just the way he is, man. And if you guys recall, you guys were talking about the military and how I'm not sure if you guys know how smart your military is, but we're actually not stupid at all. We're very smart.
They don't like dumb people in the military.
98% of everybody in the military, 98% of us are high school graduates. 20-something% have a bachelor's degree, and we have the tens, or I don't know, but we have pretty high numbers in fucking education. Yeah. I'm not sure if you guys know that, but I'm actually going for a master's degree right now. So, and believe me, I have to deal with a lot. The look that people sometimes give me like, the fuck? It's like, yeah, man. I mean,
yeah, you got me, dude.
We're not stupid. We're smart. Believe me. Yeah. The fucking classes that we take in the military are fucking college level classes. We do everything on Blackboard. We do. I mean, like, our shit is legit. I mean, I don't want to throw all kinds of shit at you, but we're not dumb, guys. We're very smart, and I think that's the reason why a lot of us, are more free thinkers, because we were taught to think that way. To us is that when we teach our soldiers, we teach them from the private to the captain or major, whatever. Everybody knows the mission, and the reason why you teach them the mission is because you want them to succeed and to meet the mission, even if the other people are not there anymore or they're dead. You guys heard of Audie Murphy? If you guys don't know who Audie Murphy is, he's a World War II fucking decorated vet. This motherfucker, he knew the mission, and he was just a private at that time, and there was a mission that was very critical to U.S. forces, right? And it basically meant is you have to hold the line. If you don't hold the line, the Germans are gonna fucking take us over, and we are fucked. And everybody in his fucking company died except him. This motherfucker was on top of a tank shooting Germans with a 50 cal on an old Sherman tank. And the shit was like burning up in the back or some shit. This guy was like highly decorated. He got the Medal of Honor. He's pretty fucking squared away. And if you ever look at stories of Medal of Honor recipients, even the newer ones, if you read the citation and read about what their mission was and what happened and how they fucking were able to survive that shit. I mean, some of these fucking guys were number 10 to 1, and they're able to survive and fucking save lives. And yet these motherfuckers get to go see the president and they get a medal on. But if you really think about it and you ask them, you'll see a lot of them that ask them, okay, so why did you do it? And they'll get in detail as to why they did what they did. And sometimes their answers, you're like, damn, I mean, got deep on that shit. So believe me, guys, even the regular Joe Schmo fucking soldier is fucking pretty smart. He's not dumb at all. He's very smart. And especially the guys that are really the smartest ones, and I hate to say this, but the Air Force does have the smartest motherfuckers ever. They're the book smart motherfuckers.
They are. They are.
They are the book smart motherfuckers. Believe me, them and the Navy have some really book smart motherfuckers.
Now
we're kind of like the more, we're the ground pounders. So I mean, but
now
everybody's pretty smart. We're not dumb.
Yeah.
And I can tell you for a fact because I've been able to do a lot of cool things in the military. I was an advisor or observer controller in Holzfels, Germany. We do this. Basically, we get all the NATO nations there, right? And we do all kinds of training. And usually, we'll have like a senior non-commissioned officer like myself, and they'll go out with a platoon of another NATO force. So for me, I had a Danish recon platoon, and I was following them for about a week. I wanted to see how they did things, how they communicated, how they conducted missions and stuff like that. For the most part, they were okay until they got ambushed, and they got ambushed hard. They got their asses kicked, and you know who fucking ambushed them? It was the Hawaii National Guard. Oh. They kicked the shit out of this Danish recon platoon. Wow. I had to basically like safety kill motherfuckers. Like, hey, man, dude, yeah, you fucking him up. Just chill. I mean, seriously, we had the fucking National Guard of Hawaii kicking the shit out of these NATO forces. And they was just kicking their asses up and down, bro.
The Hawaiians are freaking crazy as shit. They're mean over there.
They're crazy as shit.
They're mean as shit.
No, what you need to understand, this is a reserve force. This is not even active duties.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I believe it.
Well,
I know back... force is kicking the shit out of a fucking supposedly top-notch fucking unit in the Danish forces. And I'm serious. I was like really impressed with my guys. I was like, America, bitches. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, they were kicking the shit out of them. And then they fought the Romanians and they kicked the shit out of them too. I mean, it seemed to me like every fucking. The only time it was really good is when Americans fight Americans. Them motherfuckers just fuck each other up. You're like, damn.
Yeah, because I'm
so proud of you, motherfuckers.
When I was. Back in the day, to get into the military, you had to have a certain score on the ASVAB test, which anybody taking an ASVAB
even knows today's day.
It's not.
Today's day, you have to have a certain score in order for you to even meet the minimum criteria.
Exactly. And it's not. It's not an easy test.
No, it's not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've had guys that have bachelor's degrees that can't pass the ASVAB test.
Yeah. It's a hard test. I mean,
it's a hard test, but see, it's not just hard. It's common sense, and let's face it, not everybody has common sense, and I think that's what fucks them up.
I think whenever I tried to get in the military, I can't remember. I think it was like a 74 to pass, or I can't remember what the number was, and I was like, I got like I barely made it. But I had so many disorderly conducts for fighting and drunk in public.
I can see that about you. I could definitely see
minor in possessions. I had like 18 misdemeanors, no felonies, but I had like 18 misdemeanors and possession of marijuana when I was in 14. They put me in jail, and so I had all these misdemeanors, and they're like, nah, I don't think so. That was when I was 18. That was in 2000 when I was 18. Then in 2001, after the towers got hit and all that shit went down, and Afghanistan and all that crap got started, they came knocking on my door and they're like, "Hey, we'll get you in. We'll get you in." I was like, "Y'all didn't want me though. Y'all said y'all didn't want me." And they're like, "Oh no, we'll get you in. We'll get you in." I was like, "No, I know what y'all are doing. This is Operation Human Shield, man. Y'all gonna put me in the front lines and blow my ass up."
No, actually, there was a lot of people that certain regulations were kind of like laxed afterwards during that time. Yeah, because in reality, we just needed the people, man. Yeah. And the thing about it is that during like when you saw September 11, like you see in World War II. I mean, people were just lining up to go into service, right? We
Yeah.
didn't have that shit when we had fucking Iraq and Afghanistan come through.
No.
So the only way that they could do it is either relax some of the standards and let those guys in that wanted to go, and that's what happened. It's just I keep telling you guys, I don't understand the current patriotism or whatever, or lack of in the
Lack
United
of.
States.
Yeah. Lack of patriotism.
Because in World War II, even in Vietnam, there was people just lining up and fucking say, you know what, I'll join. Fuck
I'll
it.
go. Yeah.
You know.
Yep. There were volunteers.
But then towards the early years of Vietnam, people just said fuck it, and then that's when they started the whole draft thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does piss me off, and I think the biggest thing that really upsets me is that we have less than 2% of the total population is in the military, and that's
Yeah.
fucking pitiful, man. It really is. For as big as we are as a country, only 2% join the military. That's pretty fucking crazy. I mean, sometimes, it's good that we have a lot of population in this country, because if we were like a medium-sized population type of country, we would be fucked.
Yeah.
And that's just being real.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. It's the 3%. That goes back to the Minutemen, to the people that are in the military now. It's only 3% or less that are in the military or have served in the military, and that's why a lot of people don't understand that the people that are in the military are very proud of being in the military, and they're very proud of this country. And
But
I don't understand what happened.
I'm really glad that it's a volunteer military. It's not, because then in reality you're not getting quality. You're just getting a bunch of quantity, and then in the long run it just creates more of a headache. I mean, to be honest with you, the whole purpose of the military is to win wars. And
Right.
if you have people that are not willing to sacrifice like their previous generation, then you're not going to get anything done. You're not going to be able to be effective.
Right.
You
You have to have volunteers, or else you're not going to win the wars. Because
correct.
when it comes down to it, you got to have the guys that are willing to fight for their country.
I would tell you that I was witness to the German army, and the German army nowadays is a joke, man. They are not disciplined whatsoever. Because nowadays they just they make sure that everybody has to serve or have some sort of military time in as far as being a citizen there. And what they're getting now is they're not getting quality. They're getting quantity, and it's a lot of headaches, and they're not being able to be an effective force.
Right.
That's the reason why, if you notice, when Russia was starting to become a threat again to Germany, like Germany was kissing a lot of major ass to the United States, because they knew that they don't have the capabilities.
Right.
They know they will get their asses handed to them.
Right.
Yep. So yeah, it's an interesting topic, guys. I mean, seriously, I could talk about this stuff for hours and hours, but I know that you guys are starting to get late over there.
Yeah, it's 12:30 in the Eastern where I am. You guys are a little bit behind me though. But yeah,
I'm on the west. I'm on the West Coast. It's not that late yet. It's only 9:30 here.
Yeah, it's past my bedtime.
But anyways, I really do appreciate you letting me in your chat, Phil.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Mario, because I
no
definitely
problem.
wanted to hear your perspective. And same with Josh, I appreciate you coming out, because I mean it's a good challenge. I think the 2A challenge is a good one from Adam, and I wanted to hear some other people's perspectives. And the links are down below for the shout outs and for Adam. So go check it out, guys. And
hey, by the way, one of my classes I just finished was constitutional law.
Oh wow!
This motherfucker here is no joke, man. I learned so much from the Constitution out of this one damn book. It is outstanding, guys. It's and I just finished this one too, terrorism. Yeah, I keep myself fucking busy. But like I was telling you guys, there's definitely a lot of stuff that's going on in our country, and we just need to be cognizant that we have to be prepared for anything, man. Yeah, we have Trump, and I love Trump, by the way. Uh, but we just can't be getting negligent on it. We got to make sure we stay on top of it, and that we defend our Second Amendment rights. It seems to me like ever since Trump's taken over, there hasn't been any major gun legislation passing through the president. But the problem is a lot of stuff is passing through the states.
Right.
So we need to kind of start focusing back on the states and making sure that a lot of people are focusing on a lot of stuff. Like the whole thing that happened in Washington, where the bill passed that you have to be 21 in order for you to purchase a gun. And I would never think that would ever happen in the state of Washington, because if you guys ever been in that area, there's a lot of sportsmen over there. I mean, a lot of people hunt and fish because it's a way of life. Major parts of Washington are just wilderness. So, people live off the land. So I was very shocked that bill passed. And now they're getting some pushback, because I was watching some articles on that. So I mean, like stuff like that's happening, man. Even in Texas, they're trying to pass stupid ass laws about constitutional carry and all kinds of other shit, and they're trying to challenge everything, especially the Beto or the fucking fake Mexican fucking in his group. You need to watch that motherfucker, dude. That guy over there.
Well, I've been saying that all along, but I think he's been snuffed out. But yeah, so on the books this year for Texas, there's three major gun laws that are going through that they're going to be voting on. I can't remember what the third one is, but one of them is constitutional carry, like you said, which is like we are way behind on that. You would think Texas would be leading the way, but they're just going to be voting on that finally this year. And the other thing is red flag laws. And from what I've read, like 78% are for red flag laws. Like 67% of Republicans are for red flag laws in Texas.
That's the thing I don't understand.
Well, I don't think they know what it is.
That's the problem. They don't get it. They don't understand what it's going to do. I mean, it violates so many rights to pass something like that. It's not even funny.
And see, the problem that's going on with Texas is that everybody's leaving fucking California because it's so expensive to live here, and they're fleeing to Texas where it's cheaper and there's jobs everywhere. But yet they're bringing a lot of these damn liberal fucking laws over there or thinking into Texas. So I think eventually there's going to be some major shit going on in Texas, and I think people in Texas are going to get fucking tired of it, and it's going to get bad. It came to a boiling point in Idaho, because in Idaho they were getting a bunch of people from California, and then they were trying to bring a lot of their little stupid hippie laws over there. And I mean, if you guys know anything about Idaho is fucking all fucking wilderness and shit like that. People live off their fucking guns, and they put a stop to that shit real quick over there. But you just gotta be careful, man. You guys gotta stay on top of your shit and fight for your rights, man. Because in reality, a lot of people make fun of California and Massachusetts and New York and have all these crazy ass laws. But the thing is, a lot of those freaking people are heading over to your states, and they're creating this fucking chaos over there. So you guys got to stay on top of that shit, man. You really do.
Yeah, I want to wrap it up here, Battle Bean. So
all right, brother. Go ahead. Sorry about that. Just keep talking.
No problem. Man. Just
all right, brother.
Check out Battle Bean if you don't know Mario Mosen. And Josh, you want to give an outro?
No, I was just thinking, man, Mario, y'all are sending y'all's California people over our way, and my wife is going over to California. Like, what the fuck? Anyways,
Yeah,
all
she's
right, guys,
visiting, bro.
it's good talking to y'all. Y'all
All
take
right,
care.
brother.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, I appreciate
And
you both coming on.
we'll be on Silverback's live chat. Me and Scotsman, and I don't know who else will be on Silverback's first live chat on Grills and Guns tomorrow night. So check that
Yeah,
out.
yeah, definitely check that out. I will probably have to catch out on the replay, 'cause I'll be busy. But thank you guys for coming on, and check out the links down below. Check out all those channels that I have listed, and if you don't know these two guys, go check them out. Mario Mosen and Josh Benware. Go check those guys out. And until we meet again.